Alright, so today's video is going to be looking at a gimbal for a smartphone. Alright, so check out a few images, gives you a little bit more detail, and then we'll take a little closer look. Alright, so as stated, we're taking a look at this gimbal today. It's one axis, so you can see here, and it actually spins very, very freely. So, real quickly, the box, the actual gimbal, micro USB charging cable. This is a little rubber piece. It's an isolator, and what this does is it will clip on to the actual holder, and that allows you to avoid coming in contact with power buttons and things like that on your telephone. So you may or may not need that depending upon your phone and where the buttons are placed, but you do have that, so it's nice. And you have a thank you and support card, always good. And then you have your user manual. Alright, so basically, real quickly, let's take a look at this. So you've got little thumb screw type. That's going to allow you to fold this down, make it very compact, so you can travel with it if you wanted to, very, very easily. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back up. I'm just going to lock it in more of a straight. But you can, of course, lock this any position you want. You have your buttons here, and it's going to allow you to rotate this. I'll show you that in just a moment. Power it on. And you also have your charging port over here. It's going to charge the actual unit. Now, if you wanted to use this and not have it, run the gimbal type function, you do have the ability to turn this little thing right here. I don't know if you can see the little piece there. So you can grab that. It allows you to twist this and tighten or loosen it so you can actually position it and use it without having the actual gimbal portion turned on. So on one side is your button, on the other side is the charging port, and you do have a very nice tripod option, little rubber feet so it shouldn't slip around, shouldn't scratch anything, and that's going to, of course, allow you to use this just in the tripod type capacity. You can just have it sitting on your desk or on a table, what have you. And if you wanted to use this as a selfie stick, you can extend that out. Also, when you're using the tripod version, obviously you can extend that out. So that's all very, very nice, all the different multi-function capabilities. So go ahead and put that back down like that so that it's a little bit easier to handle. And I'm going to take my telephone, pop it inside of this little mount here. Alright, so slide this just a little bit. Alright, so you can see right now doesn't really do anything because it's not turned on, but if I press and hold this button, you can see now it doesn't fall over. It actually holds in position. Alright, so now I'm going to turn the other portion of it on. So I'm going to press and hold. Alright, so you have your little blue LED right there. And I don't know how well you'll see it, but there's a little red LED right there flashing. It also turns green depending upon if the gimbal is in functional mode or not. So I'm going to hold this really, really still. See how I can turn just by pressing the button on the actual gimbal. So I'm going to hold it again, turn the other way. Now my phone is quite heavy, so it doesn't have the power to turn the phone both directions, but your mileage may vary. Now, if I move this over, get a little more centered, I think it'll do a little bit better. So you can see like that. See, it rotates either way now. You can see it rotates the other direction. You can see it better this way. So that is why you have to keep it centered. And this is a heavy phone in a pretty thick case with a built-in screen protector, so it gives you an idea of the capability. A Note 9 is a pretty heavy phone. Yeah, but other than that, you also have your shutter button right here. And again, if you wanted to use this for selfie mode, you could extend this out, and you could put this in any position that you want as far as the adjustment that I showed you here. But I think it's really cool for a more affordable type option compared to some of the more expensive multi-axis gimbals, where this one just has the back and forth this way. But you can see it actually does quite well, holds the phone really well in place. And again, you do have the option to use this in a tripod type capacity. So I can set my phone over there. If I were doing some kind of recording where I was using this for the recording I'm doing with this camera, I could use it with that. So overall, pretty nice. More affordable than a lot of the other alternatives. That's a good thing. And you do have a little LED indicator for the charge light, so you'll know when it's fully charged. And it charges after just a few hours, from what I experienced anyway. And it'll last you for quite a long time. So anyway, that's pretty much it. It's just a very easy to use device, and it works quite well. And again, if I hold this button down and turn it off, as soon as I turn it off, you can see it just loses its functionality. So you can see it. Hold it all the way down and turn it off. Alright, there, it turned off. So I didn't hold it down quite long enough, but now you can see the phone just can't be held upright. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of an idea of what to expect. It's very smooth. It has a very good feel to it. It is plastic, but it feels really solid. So anyway, and the phone's in there really well. You can see it's not letting go, and it is one of the thicker, bigger phones, so should hold most phones without a problem. You do have a nice strong spring right there. Nice rubber isolators as far as keeping damage from your actual device. So anyway, if you want to find out more about this, check out the link below. Hopefully that'll answer any questions I didn't cover. That's it. Thanks for watching. Alright, so real quickly I just wanted to show you also, I forgot to mention, you can remove the actual control. You can see right there where it was. And it's in my hand right there. So if you wanted to set this up as a tripod and walk back from it and use the actual camera functionality shutter button on the remote, you could do that. And then you just pop this open to change out the little coin cell battery inside, as far as keeping this Bluetooth module powered and charged. So that gives you remote functionality, so you can back away and have a little bit of distance between you and the camera, or smartphone camera, in the event you want to do so. So I just wanted to show you that. So it just slips into place like that, and it just locks into place. When you put this down, kind of keeps it from sliding out. So you just slide that up a little bit and pop that right out. So anyway, just want to show you that really quickly. Thanks.